Dominic Brown, who I don't know if any of you here saw the picture that went with an article that I wrote in The Guardian yesterday. It was the most fabulous picture, and Dominic Brown was the taker of that picture. He also made a film, The Forgotten Bird of Paradise, which I think is a very, very beautiful and very brave film shot in West Papua. And I would say, although I've never met him before in my life, but what I can tell from his work is he's somebody who has an eye for beauty, he has an ear for song, and he has a passion for justice. So please welcome Dominic Brown.
First of all, say thank you so much. You know, it's great to see so many kind of new faces for West Papua. I've been involved in the struggle for about 7 years now. I'll give you a bit of background about myself. I'm 30 now. When I was 22 years old, I took a couple of years off travelling around the world, and I spent a lot of time travelling around Indonesia. And one day I decided to take a boat to West Papua and didn't know what was going to win. I've heard about Arnold Lapp, and he's got children now living in Europe in exile in Holland. They had to flee after he got murdered, and all they cry for is going back to their land. So, I mean, I hope further down the line change may come about, but we've just got to keep on battling away. And yeah, just want to say thanks again to everyone for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the film.
West Papua lies 250 kilometres north of Australia, on the western half of the island of New Guinea. Fallen victim to human rights abuses, and stories of intimidation, rape and torture are widespread. I spent 2 months travelling undercover, meeting members of the independence movement as well as political prisoners and human rights victims. Each had their own story to tell of life under Indonesian occupation and their determination for West Papua to be free. I was on my way to meet independence fighters at their stronghold deep in the jungle.
Into effective action. So many people have now witnessed the horror for themselves, having watched last year's disturbing torture video. We must channel this outrage into pressure on the Indonesian government and those who support them through military aid in order to put an end to the violence and allow the Papuan people to make their own choices about their future. 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and we can find out about it and kind of, sort of week later, but there's nothing you can do. This is absolutely something where there is something that we can do, and in a very, very powerful way. We are the ones who can. It's happening in our lifetime. It's happening on our watch, as as citizens, as human beings. And so I want to say, please look at the material they've got. They've got a very good